Can we start? Can we start? Can.
Sorry, share.
Your laptop's free now. Put it there.
Charger.
No, they are using their laptop. Put it now. Okay. There you go.
We can start.
Yes.
So we have a mobile application, Flexi. It will integrate with the Oracle Gold partner. We have also doing Gold partner with Oracle. So we have the barcoding mobile application in Oracle. Then the Oracle certificate solution available in a cloud marketplace. Sorry, SM Cloud to do mobile transactions for inventory cloud, manufacturing, maintenance, and fixed asset also. Cloud level solution is level.
Yeah, just one thing to add here. So typically, when we talk about transactions, all inventory, manufacturing, maintenance, the standard transaction that you probably would have seen in Oracle as of now, we support them through a barcoding or a mobility standpoint. So in general, say you receive any goods from the supplier, or you make any inventory transfers or any movements, or you perform counting of your items within the warehouse. So typically all such transactions, instead of doing it on the web application, you would do it from a barcode scanner or a handheld device by scanning barcodes, or you could print labels. So in short, it just increases the time that you take to perform these transactions, which probably increases when you do it from the web application. This reduces when you do it from the mobility solution. So it's just to save your time and to avoid manual efforts. That's the main motive of having a barcoding solution.
So next we have this application in the Android phone also, iOS, barcoding device, Android, Windows, C mobile application, PC or Mac. So online transaction real time also is and you create a new transaction pages as needed. You want to need and create a new transaction pages in there.
So one thing I'll highlight here is when we say online transactions in real time, basically none of this data is stored at our end. So whatever data or whatever transactions that you do from the device, it's reflected in real time to Oracle. So there's no middleware or there's no delay in this data being pulled and sent back to Oracle. Okay. So typically when you scan a barcode, when you scan an item, at that same time the item information is sent to Oracle. It's verified if this is a valid item or if it's a correct item code defined in Oracle, post which your transactions take place. So every time you do a transaction, there's a real-time check with Oracle.
And upon getting a response from the server end, you are executing the transaction back.
That's correct. So this being cloud, the only way to talk to the system is through web services.
So you're not keeping as a text file within a system itself?
No.
In case of redundancy?
So this is all basically the Oracle standard web services that we're using. So the reason we don't store this data is because it's all customer data at the end. So we don't store any of the information that is present in inventory or manufacturing at our end. Behind every field is a web code as well.
Environmental conditions.
Correct. So our application has say you have a test instance, you have a production instance. For every instance, we'll have one specific server from our end also.
It's an Oracle cloud itself, huh?
Yes.
The Oracle infrastructure itself.
Correct. So, are you going to host it in your own OCI or we host it? That part I'll just check with Ashish on that. So we have both approaches.
No, it's they told us you are going to host.
Okay, we'll host it. Yeah. So we have.
But they say Oracle cloud.
Oracle cloud, correct. So there are three kinds of this. So typically, one is that customers have their own OCI. So some customers say, okay, we'll host it on our Oracle cloud infrastructure. For some, we host it, and for some customers, because of security reason, they have an on-premise server. Like one of our customers in so DP World is one of our customers. So in Jabalali, the servers are basically in their infrastructure because they don't want it to be exposed outside. So it depends. I mean, so there are three different kinds of how the servers can be hosted.
But they have also on the Oracle Cloud. They're using Oracle Cloud.
They are using Oracle WMS Cloud, not SCM Cloud, but WMS Cloud. That's a different application altogether.
I think we need more details about this.
WMS?
No, about the
So
hosting that is.
sure.
Move to next. Doing inventory
Yeah,
transaction.
can you put it full screen?
Yeah, sure.
Clear?
So as part of inventory transactions, we got process right from the inbound process. That is the moment when you receive the goods from the suppliers, right? Through purchase orders or through ASNs, and then say if it's any returns. Not sure if we discussed about this earlier, but do you have sales order? I mean, do you ship to customers?
Yeah.
Okay. And you also have returns from customers? Yeah. So is that going to be also handled as part of Fusion? Your RMAs are included? Okay. So in that case, even your RMA returns, like typically any customer returns, can also be handled from the mobility solution. Apart from that, any supplier returns that you want to send it back to the suppliers, your inventory transactions like miscellaneous transaction like miscellaneous issues or receipts, typically against any account. So you would have a GL account against which you might have to do a miscellaneous issuance or a miscellaneous receipt of your items. You could do counting processes like cycle counting, physical counting. So we will, during the requirements sessions, we will discuss more in detail as to which transactions, like typically not all customers use both cycle count and physical count. So it could differ. So when we have the pure module sessions, that time we'll go in more detail as to which transactions you would be using or you would require support on it. Also, picking and shipping processes, inter-org transfers. I believe it's one organization for now, or you?
We have maybe 3 internal transfer.
Okay.
So rest of them is all external.
All extra. And you could also do inspection through quality plan. I'm not sure if quality model is also
Yes.
included. Okay. So you could do your purchase order inspections, your work order inspections through quality module. So, and there are some other additional transactions like par level counting, which typically very few customers use. It's more on the healthcare side, where you want to maintain a minimal stock of your item. So let's say this item in this location, the minimal stock is say 20 each. And for any reason, when I count in that location, if the item reaches or goes below 20, I will want an automatic replenishment to be generated, which means I always need to maintain the level of the stock in that location. So that's basically part level to make sure that I don't go out of stock at any point of time. So that's part level counting, which also we support. You can also have, you can create movement request or purchase requisitions from the mobile device itself. So these are as part of your inventory transactions, which covers most of your standard processes. Any questions or any doubt here?
Yeah, maybe one thing we most know is the work order transaction somewhere.
Yeah, that will be next. This is purely inventory. I'll come to that. This is as part of the manufacturing transactions. So as part of manufacturing, you've got work order completions, issuing or returning materials to the work orders. So typically there are two ways in which you could issue or return materials to the work order. So one way is through pick slip from the inventory. So typically a pick slip is created, then the inventory guys pick it, and then it's sent out to the shop floor. The other way is directly issuing it through the work order itself. So we've given both the options. It totally depends on which option do we normally customers prefer pick slip because it goes through the allocation method. Otherwise, a direct issue to a work order would have random things happening. So, but however, since it's a standard feature in Oracle, we've given that as well. Product return or operation return is like, say, you want to get back to the previous step, right? So for instance, say you've got, as you know, Oracle, you have 10, 20, 30 different set of operations, right? So you move from, say, operation 20 to 30, and for some reason you need to get back to the previous operation. Maybe there's some inspection related issues or the product is damaged, so whatever could be the reason. So product return or operation return will help you to get back to the previous step. Okay. Charging resources. This is like how many hours has a resource spent on a particular work order. Start and stop operation. This is a custom solution that we have built and is being used by some of our customers. This is like we've built a screen in our mobility solution where if an operator starts to work on a work order, so I come in at 8 o'clock. At 8, I've been assigned a work order. I enter the work order number. I say start. So it automatically takes in the current time that I've clicked on the start button. And then at 10, I finish this work order or probably I move to the next one, right? So at 10, when I say stop, it will automatically calculate the difference between the start and stop, which is 2 hours, and update against the work order operation resources. So instead of manually updating how many hours I've spent, the time difference will get updated. So this is something which has already been used by some of our customers in their live environments. Then we've got orderless completion. This is honest, very rarely used. It's basically producing a finished good without a work order, which is an orderless completion where you don't have any work order, but you're just producing your finished goods. Material negative issue and process work order completion. This is for process manufacturing. I don't think this will be. Do you have any part of this being used?
Sure.
You have only discrete manufacturing, right? There's no process manufacturing.
Not much here.
Not yet. So this is more like the food industry where you have ingredients and all those other things. That's on the other side. So anything else you see here is?
Just a quick question on this start stop.
Yeah.
It's there already, right?
Start stop is there in Oracle,
Okay.
but it does not update the hours automatically.
Yeah, but we have it with this actually.
Yeah, we have. We have made it as a standard solution now. But there are some customizations that customers ask for when they start to using it. That will eventually follow.
Probably the efficiency.
Efficiency, and I'll tell you one thing that we come across is sometimes there'll be multiple people working on a particular work order, although only one guy checks in. Like along with me, I have 2 more people. So in that case, my hours should be kind of distributed, right? Or it should be split rather. So such things are then come in as a customization where there are, it depends on what kind of business process you're following. So all that we'll cover during the actual requirement sessions. Anything else that you see?
Material issue. Material issue. Actually, correct.
This material issue is like directly issuing material to the work order without a pick slip. So Oracle provides 2 ways. One is through pick slip, which is through your inventory. The other is in manufacturing module itself. You can directly issue material to the work order.
That's why we do on the work order as of today. But the inventory is always a fixed rate, right?
Fixed it, yeah. It's the serial.
Yeah, that is not there. That is our through Oracle. Anything data is got. Selenium doesn't have any input, right? It's only collection. You need a serial control, log control. That is everything going on in that conference. Alright.
Product return, which means if I already moved over transaction, I need to take it back, means it's a manual process or again with the barcode?
You're saying on system point of view or system point of view, you can do it from the barcode applications. Correct. So see, there are product return would mean that you've completed the last operation and now the stock is moved into inventory. Correct. There's another thing called as operation return. Operation return means it is still not moved to the inventory. It's still within your work order. Exactly. Correct. So there are two aspects to this. So when you say a product return, your inventory has increased and now you want to get back from the inventory to the shop. So both of these can be done from the mobility solution. Any other questions?
Parcel quantity.
Yes. So your work order say of 100,000 quantity and you want to just complete say 500 as of now because you might have boxes of pallets. So are you also producing boxes of pallets? Do you have those maintained or it's just yeah? I mean, when you produce, is it a pallet that you produce or is it it's just pure? Okay. So you don't have those complications. Okay. Because there in that case you don't have this. You have to have different unit of measures and.
Then we have a different unit of measure, but not on boxes.
Not on boxes.
The part itself has a different unit of measurement.
Okay.
That is we set up in Oracle.
Okay. So that means your work order itself will have that you by default.
Yes. The BOM or what we need to issue is already there in work order.
Okay.
But can I overissue material like?
If you have tolerance defined, so while you're producing, right, on the work order,
Yeah.
if you have a tolerance percentage or a tolerance level defined, you could produce you could produce up to the tolerance limit.
No, other trains, my requirement is 10 inch, the both balls for 10 inch. Can I issue 15 inches against that? Is there a provision?
You're saying while producing or issuing components to the material to the work order?
Raw material components.
Issuing raw material to the work order.
Currently we have.
You could have an excess issue. It's not a problem.
In this one, we don't have any limitation on how much
There's no,
we
yeah,
issue.
correct.
No, I don't know. It will take
No, it will take.
It will take.
We'll show on the variants.
Yes.
Yeah, even now it is showing like that.
So it's say required is 10 and your issued is 15.
Quantity and
Correct. So you have like 5 excess that you have issued out.
yeah.
All I know is, but we still can set some limit, right? To restrict not to issue also there, right? No?
I don't know. I'll have to check on
So
that.
if you want 10, if you want a 20, it can issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do very open. And to be.
For work order completion, I'm sure. For finished good, when you produce finished good, you have a tolerance. You can go up to that level.
There we don't go much.
You don't
It's
go.
only the raw material issuing to the work order,
Okay.
mostly.
Okay. And how do you post or report scrap or rejected quality? How do you report
Goes
those?
in,
Okay.
through work order only.
Okay. And that unit of measure is also same or it's
Something.
same? Okay.
When you start work order, issue to work order to finish, the UIM stays same.
Because typically some customers when they scrap, it's kind of it's in kilos. But whereas my actual completion is something else. So
No. We follow the same UIM actually.
Okay. Anything else for him? So
Only one question on the work order. Maybe it's not covered here. You're planning to issue toolings against the work order. I mean, the cutting tools. You have an option when the
sorry, I couldn't follow that.
shop floor use the cutting tools,
Okay.
right? Right now, we are not issuing any tools to the specific work order,
Mm-hmm.
right? So visibility of that, we want to see the,
So it will be work order that will be defined in the system, and
yes,
you want to directly issue to the work order.
yes.
That's what this material issue will do basically.
Anything, even if it is not defined in BOM.
Anything. So it will show the complete component history that you have in the item master. So whether it's again, yeah, we've we built two different versions of the same material issue transaction for one of the customers. One was based on the BOM, the other was across. So it could be any component that you want to issue outside the BOM.
So it doesn't matter if it's a main inventory or sub inventory.
It's a complete item. Any other? Maintenance transactions. So typically you can look at your asset details or the asset hierarchy. You can again charge a resource time here. Now this charge a resource here is again the normal resource hours that a particular labor or equipment has been spent for a particular work order. You can complete a work order operation. Similarly, you can do a material issue or a return for your maintenance work orders. You can capture asset meter readings. So typically say for an asset, what has been my hourly reading or could be any unit of measure where on a regular basis you have meter readings captured, and then probably you would have I'm not sure if you're following a forecast to create a work order automatically.
On the maintenance?
On the maintenance.
Right now we are not using that. We are implementing.
Oh, still implementation of
We
maintenance.
use a third-party software so far on the maintenance module, but we are going with Oracle.
Okay, so this will take some time. This will take some time. Right? So I believe not everyone has gone through the Oracle side of maintenance.
It's done familiarization and kind of a testing is going on.
Okay.
But 100% we are moving it forward when we go live.
Okay. Similarly, you can close work orders, so work orders that have been already completed. You can close those work orders from the device itself. You can add additional materials to the work orders. So say on demand. So this adding materials isn't issuing, it's actually adding materials to the existing work order itself. So there is some additional consumption that you want to do, and probably that material is not part of the work order operation.
Yeah.
Then you
So
want
as required.
As required, correct. You can also add operations to the work order. You want to bring in a new operation into this. You can edit the basic work order information like the priorities, description, the time, it's emergency or planned or whatever your subtypes. You can look at or edit asset attributes. Yeah, so these are as part of the maintenance.
Yeah, and again, same, I can use any inventory type, right?
Any. Yep. So I've just covered the PPT. I'll walk through the live application. Okay. You got the devices not yet?
You got an Android scanner, but not the kiosk or tab one. But I got the scanners.
You got the scanners, yeah. Which one did you get? The
same M3300.
M30.
Waiting for the printers and the tab.
Printer also we'll have one separate discussion for the labels, because for manufacturing we have a different label, for inventory we have a different label. So are your whatever you produce, you have heat concerns there where you place these finished goods
Location?
in terms of heat and temperatures?
Some of them, yes.
Because in some cases your normal barcodes, they will probably over a period of time they will get phased out. So I'm not sure. We tried this, but it's still not been done. But one of the customers wanted to print it on a metal plate. But that's more of an investment on the printer side also. It's quite expensive.
No, we can do that. We go with the standard. We keep replacing whenever it goes.
Right. I'll just help you connect to the Wi-Fi on this. RFID common They're both the same network, right? Laptop.
Yes.
Is your laptop connected power?
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so this is a mobility solution.
Bitcoin. Is that a Zebra dedicated mobile or any handle iOS?
This is Zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah. Runs Android. Yeah.
So that is replaces our scanners,
Correct.
right? But I hear I can use in any of the Apple or Android mobiles.
Yeah,
Same way.
you can.
Same.
Only thing is, see, when you use a normal phone, right, you can still use the camera to scan the barcodes. The thing is the distance. If the barcode is like say probably the third rack, your camera won't reach that far. So with the laser scan, it's more easier to scan on multi levels. So how high is your maximum?
Well, we have, of course, maybe you can say,
For an application.